Yo, you're listening to Ham Radio. We're back with the motherfucking legend,
It's on.
Nell.
Nell, what's
Yo,
happening?
did you look at all the comments that we got from the freestyle in the
Of
video?
course, of
Everyone
course.
was like, "You gotta get Nell. You gotta get Nell. You gotta get Nell." So
Yeah, I appreciate y'all show. I appreciate y'all show, man, and everything that y'all been doing for me in these last few months. Ham Radio always show love when we come through. So.
Appreciate it, man.
Killed it at
It's
South
only
by
right.
too, man.
Thank you, man. Thank
That
you,
was
man.
live.
Yeah, that was my first time.
You really did kill that album. Oh, that was your first time out
Yeah,
there?
that was
Oh,
my
wow,
first time in Texas. I did like 7 sets. It was like very crazy. I lost my voice 2 different times. Still had to perform. Wow. It was dope, man. I had an amazing time in South by.
I just saw that that Good Night track that you're on with Denzel. That video is dope.
Right, man. We did that video like in a day.
Really?
Yeah, and like it just was like perfect. You know, everyone was in town. You know, we was just like feeling the vibe with like family vibes and everything.
Yeah.
Man, it was like the best type of mood that you could be in to make a like music video. And it was just like very elegant, you know what I'm saying, with the type of people that we had around us, the vibes and like the family members. It was just a lot of fun, man. A lot of fun working with Denzel Curry and my brother 12 man. We really did good on that one.
Yeah, you gotta watch the video. It's really dope. Like
I did watch
the sunflower shots.
Shout out
and
to
shit.
David Webb, man.
Yeah, you came
Wesley.
out super tough. Out the door and shit. I was like, okay.
Yeah, man. I guess I ain't had much to wear. You know, I wasn't looking for no swag. I just wanted to do something, man.
So I was reading, I forgot what magazine it was. They just did an interview with you about
Miami New Times.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
And it mentioned you mentioned a lot how like you're taking a whole new like positive outlook now and shit, and you're taking
Definitely.
shit more seriously, and that like doing time made you realize that what you had was special because a lot of people were gonna.
Yeah,
come,
because I actually, if you listen to Good Night really like thoroughly to my last verse, I would say on there like you don't have to die to lose your life. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so many different ways that you can lose your life out here, especially like prison, man. Because it's people getting signed for like 100 years plus. You know what I'm saying? They're never coming home. Like my dad, you know what I'm saying? My biological father is doing life in prison right now, and I just lost my stepdad a couple months ago. So it's like, man, it's so many different ways that you can like really be taken off of this earth, and like it's so much more than like dying, dude. Like it's so much more to live for, man. And like I feel like people just missing out on the blessings because they're not putting their foot forward, like and doing what they really want to do. They just letting the environment stick them. So I just want like everybody to like really understand what we are here for, and it's to elevate each other, not like promote like negligence and violence and shit, you know.
Do you feel like before the jail time that you were kind of like promoting the wrong?
Definitely,
wrong
man.
lifestyle?
Before jail, bro, I had the wrong interpretation for life, you know what I'm saying? Because I used to think like the regular black man, I ain't even trying to be like stereotype, but I was just thinking like that, you know, like this is the way that I know how to get money, so I'm gonna stick to this, you know what I'm saying? And it may not be legal, but as long as it's working, you know what I'm saying, this is what I'm doing. And I didn't really put myself, I didn't what's the word I want to use? I didn't put forth the maximum effort, you know what I'm saying, to looking for something else, you know, to another way to get money, you know what I'm saying? I was just really stuck on like being like this street person or this street saga, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, it took a toll on me, man. I ended up like getting myself in a different type of situations that I never would see for myself being like so young. You know, like we were doing stupid stuff, you know, not to be on the lame, nothing like that, but we were doing like crazy things out there in the street, man. We had all type of guns, man. I had like all type of gun cases on me, you know what I'm saying, and it caught up with me. So I wouldn't say that I regret the things that I did, but I'm sure like if I had another chance, I wouldn't do it the same.
Right.
I would be very more strategic with the way I move if I knew what I was in for.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I guess it's a blessing that a blessing in disguise because it seems like it's changed you for such like the more positive.
Yeah, definitely.
Like,
I'm very more chill.
I read that same article you even said it made you like want to take more like because you learn patience because you're locked down.
Definitely.
So it made you have more patience with even your craft. And even on the episode we did with you and Denzel and JK,
Right.
we were even talking about when you were like rapping that we're like, damn, he has like almost like an old soul. Like you're like, you know, you're a young cat, you're like 22, but you have like a OG in you. You're like,
what
and
it
you can
is.
feel it when you rap. And we're like, we literally talked about that
Yeah.
afterwards. We're like, yo, he's like a little, like he's like a young OG.
Yeah, cause I try to keep that persona on me because it's like I'm being looked up to by a lot of kids, and so I don't wanna, you know, perceive myself in the wrong way to them because it's so much better. We could be so better as a group of people, you know what I'm saying? And like if one of us just use our hand and like reach out and touch you and say this is what you should do, they're gonna listen, man. And it's like, why not promote positivity, you know what I'm saying, so that we can build a better nation, you know what I'm saying? Because we're gonna all just crash if it's all about like violence and getting over on each other, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to look for something better, you know what I'm saying? Something more positive, more inspirational for the youth, so that they can come up and be somebody, you know, instead of like having to look for war and stuff to fall back on. You know?
And it really is important because even like, you know, me, I'm in my 30s, but even like being like a young hip hop head, anything that like rappers had talked about or promoted, like I was like whatever they were, I was like, oh, I want to be that, I want to do that.
Yeah, because we missed that. You guys are the youth as well, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like we have to look up to you guys, you know what I'm saying? Because without y'all, we not gonna have no guidance, you know what I'm saying? So y'all play more of a role for the youth than the youth, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, y'all gotta use that power too, you know what I'm saying, for us.
And I noticed that even like, because I know, you know, with Ham on Everything, we have this like huge platform, and like I've realized like we need to like you, because the youth is watching, so I try to do things where like, you know, when the immigration thing happened, if you donated money to the ACLU, you get in a Ham for free, or try to do shows to help promote like the women's march, to show that we care about, you know, women's rights, so that maybe a younger person who didn't even think about it be like, well, shit, if Ham cares about it, you know,
they can do it too.
Or I try to be very open on Twitter about like, because everyone is so cool to be depressed now, but no one wants to talk about getting help for it, which is important, because, you know, people really do commit suicide.
Seriously, man, because like, to be honest, bro, my oldest brother, he's actually in prison right now, and like, I actually me and my family take care of his kids, you know what I'm saying? So like they really look up to us, you know what I'm saying? And I'm 23, bro. I'm not no Tupac right now, you know, or something like that. But they actually look up to us and like look for us for guidance and betterment, you know what I'm saying? So I just want to like mold them in a way to where they don't have to look for the street or go to the street for no help, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want that for them, because we already been through that already, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's not the way, man. It's not worth going to jail and having your family depressed every night, you know what I'm saying? It's not worth it, bro. We got a lot to live for out here, man. It's a lot of money to be got, you know, and people are throwing it away just to be popular. And like, popularity is not going to take you that far, man. It's about being a businessman and knowing what you want to do with your life, man. And like, that's all I want to promote. I want to promote conscious intelligence, you know what I'm saying? And like really thinking, you know what I'm saying, thinking your way through like certain situations and being a better person for yourself and your family.
How much time did you do?
A year and a half.
Yeah. Did you
was that in county or state time?
I went to prison after my first 5 months in the county. So I was in Mayo County for like 8-9 months.
See, because I've been like 8 years sober now. When I was doing drugs and drinking, I was in and out of county jail, and I never been to prison. But I know like the jailbirds were like when they were in county, they couldn't wait to get their bed upstate. And, but I hear
they couldn't wait, or they
no, they couldn't wait because they're like situated and they get like. But to me, I was like the thought of like going ever upstate to me seems so fucking
terrifying,
scary.
right?
And like your stories, like when you go there, like literally they'll be like, you know, whatever race you have to claim, whatever, will be like, yo, you gotta do this. Because like you don't have like, there's like some drama in county jail, but it's not like that.
I mean, I feel like it's more drama in the county because it's like you got all these jitterbugs running around in the county, you know what I'm saying? So you don't really know what's gonna happen with these young guys. It's a lot of older guys when you go to prison, you know, that people that know how to do their time correctly, you know what I'm saying? But it could go down because it's like they be the bigger ones, you know, the guys that be ready to like stab you know what I'm saying? But I honestly feel like in the county, man, those kids are reckless, you know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of kids out here going crazy, man. I was watching some stuff on the internet about this demon shit, you know what I'm saying? These people decapitating their parents and shit. Like, shit is real right now. And all these guys are living in, like, jails in the county and shit like that. So it's like, it's not safe for no one anywhere, you know what I'm saying? Even when they lock you up, it's like they still killing off us, you know what I'm saying? So it doesn't really matter, you know what I'm saying, about jail, man. I'm trying to focus on getting people to stay out of that shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit is not where it's at for no man. You know what I'm saying?
No.
I mean, not even for like a woman. You know what I'm saying? Because like it's women that's getting locked down these days too, because they making bad decisions, and that's what it's all
Here
about.
in LA, we got a whole facility in Linwood just for women.
What was the first thing you did when you got out?
The first thing I did when I got out, man, I sung my mother a song. I sung my mother a song, man, that I was rapping in the cell, because I was in the box in the county. Before I got out, I had to do a month in the box. They had me down for 45 days. Like, even if I go back to the county right now, I have to go right back to the box.
What's the box?
The box is like solitary confinement.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I was in there for like almost a month now. You know what I'm saying?
You like got in a fight?
Yeah, some bullshit with one of the security guards and stuff. So like I was in there for like a month, man. So like I'm just writing, because there's no TV. You locked down for 23 hours. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just writing and reading, man. I read the Da Vinci Code in there and stuff. You know, so like I was just writing. I actually watched that movie for the first time on my flight here.
Really?
That's weird.
I haven't watched the movie, but the book was great.
The book,
and it's funny
reading the book, you know the whole movie. So it's like, there's no point.
It's funny because when the book came out, I was doing time in like a work furlough jail, where you were like, you could go to work and you have to come home to the jail and you stay the weekends there.
That's what my brother's
on.
I read the
book, and literally everybody in my floor, my work furlough, all read the book after.
Right.
We were like all about that book. It was like when it came out.
Yeah, right
like
now it's all about the pale white horse. The story of it.
What's the pale white horse?
Well, this is like, it's like a book that's like exposing the Illuminati.
Yeah, about conspiracy Illuminati. You would honestly love it.
Yeah. I'll definitely.
It's crazy.
That's awesome. And then I saw you tweet something that said you lost a lot working on this album.
Yeah, man, because while I was at South by, bro, I actually I was staying at an Airbnb, and they threw a mansion party in our Airbnb, because it was a mansion. So they threw a party at the Airbnb, and like it went crazy. Like Hood Rich Pablo Juan came through, De Niro Ferrar was there. They all were performing and shit, and like the guy that was owning the Airbnb like kicked everyone out and shit. You know, he stayed there the night.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? Trying to like make sure his house didn't get messed up. So when it got out of hand, he just started coming downstairs, disrespecting people. You know, I'll never forget this guy, disrespecting people and stuff. So like, I guess at the end of the day, he threw everyone out, you know, disrespected our belongings, and my stuff was the only one there because I had a different show. I was never at the mansion for the party, so I was at my show, doing the show. So by the time I got back to the mansion, they were like, he was like, no, he not letting nobody in there. You know what I'm saying? I can't get my luggage out of upstairs. That's all I was asking. I actually literally begged him on my knees, like, come on, bro, I'm out of town. You know, I'm not from here. This is where I'm laying my head at. And he wasn't having it. I called the police. They couldn't come help me. You know, they were saying it was a civil matter. So I had to wait till the next day. This was already 4 in the morning on South by night. So it's like crazy stuff going on. I had to wait till the next day to go back. He still gave me a hard time. I called the police. You know, they came. He was like, he charged me like $300 to get my luggage back.
What?
And I lost my passport. So my passport was inside of his house. So while I'm leaving South by, I'm on my way to Dallas. I'm like an hour out on my way to Dallas. He calls me, tells me that he found my passport and stuff, my hard drive. And then he's like trying to blackmail me for it, you know, telling me to give him information for the other guys that was throwing the stuff, or I'm not getting my stuff back. So basically I lost my hard drive with all my whole album on it. All my everything was on that hard drive, and that one guy has it right now.
Damn, so he still has it.
Yeah, he's like 63 years old. Like, old guy. He
What
probably
a
not even
piece
gonna
of
do
shit.
anything with it, bro.
Damn.
Watch him drop a mixtape.
Yeah, so like I lost a lot, bro. I lost like family member, bro, and like my music, you know, and I never letting that get me down. You know what I'm saying? I'm just working hard, you know, I'm meeting new people, my DJ, you know, and like a lot of people that really want to help me win. So I just don't count my losses anymore.
What's the album called?
Year of the Youth.
Year of the Youth.
Yeah.
Did you recreate them or?
Actually I had like the files stored. So like I just can't like I can't like edit them any further because they're just MP3s.
Yeah.
Because I don't have my stems anymore. But I'm recreating them and I'm making new and better music because I've interpreted live sounds into my music now. So it's like now I'm just recreating it around these new records that I'm producing. So it's gonna sound totally different just with a couple of those other songs. So we just took it as a loss, you know what I'm saying, and like just kept it moving.
When will Year of the Youth be dropped, you think?
I want it to drop like this summer, but I'm not rushing it at all. Like if you paid attention to my page, like I only dropped like 2 songs this whole year, so I'm not planning on like dropping all my music. I'm waiting till my body of work is like at perfection so that I can release it, because I've been releasing music for free for years now. So it's like I haven't really generated the money that I'm entitled to.
Right.
So now I want to release my album, and I want to make sure it sounds like an album. I don't want to release a mixtape.
What do you think is the main difference between the album and a mixtape?
I feel like a mixtape, you could basically do whatever you want on it, and you could rap on any type of beat that you want, but an album, you really have to like get originality and like take your soul and put it into the music that you're creating, because like an album, you got to listen to albums, you know what I'm saying, and really know what's going on in the music, and then interpret that with the mixtape, you know what I'm saying, and like it's just more of a like competition when you making an album, and then it's more like you chasing your dream with a mixtape. So
Right.
I feel like, but it's anything can happen with a mixtape. Like so many people blew up off mixtape, like Drake, Rich Homie, you know what I'm saying. But I do feel like albums are like more
Thought out.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and they definitely have like a cohesiveness to it. Like I would never buy like a mixtape on vinyl, but I buy
Yeah.
like my favorite albums on vinyl.
Right.
Because I like to listen to them, like, because the albums are the ones where I don't want to skip around the tracks. I want to listen to it from start to finish, and it has like a purpose. When you're listening from start to finish, it's like this cohesive body of work. So I get what you're saying.
Yeah, because I listened to Joey Badass album from start to finish, and it's like you really have to have that power to hold somebody, man, because it's so hard to keep someone's attention because they can just not like you in an instant.
Right.
So it's like an album, like I want everybody to know who, like, this is what it is and this is how it's going to sound for the next couple, like the next centuries, you know what I'm saying?
We got a caller online. Ham phone, who this?
Hey, this is Ryan from California.
What's good, Ryan from California?
Ryan, what's happening?
Hey, bro, I'm hyped as fuck. Hey, Nell, I'm a big-ass fan. I love your fucking music. You're the fucking GOAT.
Thank you, man. Much love to you in California,
Hey,
bro.
I got a question. When are you dropping your next project?
I want to release it in the summertime, but I'm not going to put no exact date on it right now, bro. But it's coming real soon, man. You could look for it like this year.
Hey, what do you, like, I'm an upcoming artist, too, and I want to know, like, some advice from you, like, some personal advice.
Man, I would say, man, never stop, bro. Never stop. Keep being the best man that you can be, the best artist that you can be, and putting out your content as much as you can, you know what I'm saying, and make people listen to you, make people understand who you are, because they can't take it from you, bro.
Yeah, all right, damn, thanks, man. I love you. I love the show. I watch it every time you guys drop a new video.
Much love, bro.
Thanks, G.
Appreciate you, man.
All right, man. All right, thanks. Hey, love. Hey, if you guys want, shout me on SoundCloud. BYZNC.
All right, turn.
All right, for
Yo,
sure.
thanks for calling in, man. Much appreciated.
Yeah, let's put that number up there if anyone wants to call in. The phone number is, you'll see it on the screen.
Turn, man.
I should probably try to memorize that, huh?
Memorize the number?
Yeah. Do you have phone numbers memorized?
My mom's.
That's it?
That's the only one.
Do you have phone? Can you memorize phone numbers? I have my old house number, and that's it.
Mine, probably.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
well, you
I don't
know-
even know my mom's number.
Not to talk back on some jail shit, but like I've always like when I was doing dumb shit, if I get arrested, I would always ask the arresting officer if I could please like write down a phone number first.
On your
Get
phone.
like my girl's phone number, like
Yeah.
someone's phone number I could
That's
call when I
funny,
get in.
'cause
I'd always ask.
Michelle gave me a thing with her phone number on it. She goes, "I know you don't remember shit." She goes, "If you ever need it, like, so that's funny."
Yeah, but usually I have my mom's number, and
crazy.
that's like who I really want to talk to.
That's funny.
If I'm in trouble, so.
Yo, ham phone, who this? Yo, can you turn down your computer, please, in the background?
Yo,
What's good, man? Ham phone, who this?
I'm Kenny from Texas.
Hey.
What's happening? Texas, what's good?
Hey man, I think I've like tweeted you a couple times and shit. Nah, man, I just want to say that it's what's up that like not a lot of rappers out here like are real like positive in their music nowadays, but
Word.
like you always keep a G and say like positive shit.
Yeah, man, it's only right, man, because I want to make sure that everybody is doing, what they gotta do to provide for their family, dog, and they're taking our lives out here, man. So it's only right, man.
That's what's up, and I just want to say like how it's cool how you were talking about how you lost your music and shit, but how you take the positive away from the situation instead of just saying like, no, fuck that, I gotta do this or that to go get my shit back. Like,
Yeah, because
Like,
like I
it's
could have
kinda cool
easily
how
been
you-
like, man, I'm gonna go fuck this guy up, man, tear up his house and shit. But it's like, man, I'm a grown man. You know what I'm saying? I gotta understand consequences, you know, and like just take things how they come, man. That's how you gotta do it.
Yeah, man, that's what's up now. But just saying what's up, though. Shout out Texas, real quick.
Already, man. Shout out to you, man. Already, man. Yo, what's your Twitter, bro?
Can't wait for your new project. It's Kenny96
Say that again.
and Kenny96.
Kenny 96.
But yeah, it's got apostrophes on the end and the beginning.
Dope.
All right, bro. Appreciate you calling, man. For real.
All right, stay up, bro.
Nice talking to you, man. Can't wait for your project.
Yeah, man. It's
Talk to
coming
y'all.
soon, man.
All right. Peace.
All right, keep it G.
How I first heard of you, and it's also how I first heard of Puya,
No way.
is because y'all were like, we're on all those early records together.
Hell yeah, man. We did everything together at one point because it was like nobody really fucked with us, dude, and we were just us. You know what I'm saying? Like we were like a with Curry them and everything, but it's like we had to do our own thing. You know what I'm saying? When Puya started rapping, he was hungry, and like I appreciated him because he had to grind. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we had to do it.
And it's funny because how we met Puya originally is that I booked Young Simi for a show.
Word.
And he was with Puya and Fat Nick. He's like, oh, you got to put Puya and Fat Nick on the show. And I really wasn't too hip to them. And I was like, all right, if I get Simi on the show.
Yeah.
And I read that you met Denzel Curry through Simi. So Simi was like kind of like the big homie a little bit, or
Yeah, Simi's always been around, bro. He's like a legend, low key, because like I always used to be honest, I used to listen to Simi's music, like before I even like knew who he was. He was dropping stuff like he just had that continuation with his stuff. Like he always had videos before all of us, you know what I'm saying? So it's like he was the one that we could learn from, this is what we supposed to be doing, because he had Perp under, like Perp, that was really like the one Perp that had under his wing, you know what I'm saying? So we just used to watch Simi, you know what I'm saying? And like he used to teach us a lot of stuff, give us a lot of game, but he's an arrogant guy, you know what I'm saying? So you just gotta like learn how to like cope with him. He's a cool guy though, man. That's my brother, man, for real. He put me on a lot of stuff when I came home, you know what I'm saying? A lot of game that I needed to know, man. I appreciate all my friends.
Hell yeah. How did you end up linking with Puya back then? Like how did that connection even happen?
Oh man, they were doing like this the Nick and Puya show. So it's like this thing you can find on YouTube and shit. So they were like running down on like rappers and shit and just having this little camera that they bought from Walmart or something and just recording them, and like I don't know. We were at Curry's house one day and they came through with the camera and kidnapped Curry them. That's what they used to do. They used to kidnap rappers and then act it out. They used to kidnap rappers and act it out, you know what I'm saying? And had them like they was running around in the hood. Like all you just see is these two white kids running around this dangerous ass neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? Chasing after Curry and Simi. And then like Simi made his own like he had his own language and shit. Like all he could say was bum bum. Like that shit was crazy, bro.
It's called
the
Nick
and Puya show. You can find it right now.
Wow.
Yeah, it's still
They're
on
funny
that
kids,
shit.
dude.
Yeah, man, they were always like live. They were always like energetic, and they didn't like give a fuck. They didn't give a fuck. They been on YouTube, man. So I wasn't surprised when they blew up at all, man. Cause Puya always had the funk, man, and he just had to grind. And he was being neglected too long, so it was bound for that boy to blow up.
I feel like they can get like a very Action Bronson-y with like personality. Like they could hold their own like TV show. You know what I mean?
Bring back
like,
the Nick and Puya show.
That sounds tight.
That'd be lit. I ain't gonna lie.
I saw you just did a song with Riff Raff.
Oh
yeah,
work?
man. Nah, my bro Don Crest set that up. Shout out to my bro Don Crest. Yeah, man. He just I ain't gonna lie. I've been fucking with Riff Raff for the longest, man. When he was doing this shit with Major Lazer and shit. Yeah. Like I really was like trying to link up with them, but when it came about, you know what I'm saying, I jumped right on it, you know what I'm saying, because I always been like wanting to like really be thinking about like that Riff Raff track. I like that nigga, dog. I ain't gonna lie, he's a good guy. He's good. Funny as hell.
He's a good dude. He's funny. He's like genuine.
Real.
I mean, we've been working with him since like 2013. He's genuine. And he's actually a really good rapper, and he could freestyle. Like,
yeah,
for
that's
real.
what I'm saying. When he jumped on that track, I was like, bro, this is gold, man. I have to get on this record, man. I can't miss this one because like he really like did his thing on there, you know. And like I respect that. I respect that he didn't just get on there and try to bullshit,
Right, do some
you know.
bullshit,
So
yeah.
he really thought about that one. So like I respect Riff Raff, man. Shout out to him, man.
It seems right now he's really trying to work with like this new generation.
Yeah,
You know, he
that
has
Smoke
song with
Perp
you,
track.
Yeah.
song with Smoke Perp, song with Slump, with Ski Mask.
Yeah, we actually have one. Me, Ski Mask, and him in the works.
Really?
You know what I'm saying?
wow,
But
dope.
that's you know in the woodworks. You know what I'm
Wow,
saying?
I'm a really big fan of Ski Mask. I like the way he raps. There's like, again on some old guy shit. There's a rap group from LA called Freestyle Fellowship.
Word.
It's some old shit from like the late '90s. But there's a dude in there named Peace who's like a real weird type dude.
Yeah.
And him and Ski Mask remind me so much of each other. It's
That's
crazy
lit.
to me.
I feel like Ski Mask is gonna be the wave for a while. You know what I'm saying? Him and Extensions, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Them boys going crazy right now, man. Like especially with the music, man. I was listening to some unreleased of him, man. He's getting nothing but better. So
Wow.
I wish nothing but the best for Ski Mask, the Slump God.
What other artists do you want to work with that you haven't worked with?
That's a good one. My friend just asked me this at the studio, man, and I don't want to sound like cheesy, but it's not even an artist, dude. It's a producer. I really want to work with Dr. Dre. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Dre, I feel like he's the only one that's going to be able to, like, touch the sound that I really need to elevate him or, like, Ice Cube. I feel like these guys would know what to do with the type of music that I'm going to be putting up.
Is that what
It's
you were
funny-
listening to growing up? Or is
Yeah, man. Like, nonetheless, man, that's all I was listening to, bro. Because I couldn't really gravitate to, like, too many artists because, I like Jay-Z, but it was like he just rapped too slow. And then I liked Biggie, but he just wasn't like Tupac, you feel me? So it was like I really had my certain stuff that I liked, and I always gravitated to the West Coast. Like, I was a big fan of Snoop Dogg. I was a, BG Knockout. I love Tupac.
Yeah,
Tupac
the
the best.
BG knockout. Who's the other dude?
Dresta. Yeah.
Yeah, that tape was hard.
Yeah, I
and even
love those
Q back
guys.
then, because Q back in the day, like Death Certificate, he was like young, he was angry, and it was like gangster rap, but he still was like on some conscious shit
Yeah,
also.
Definitely, man, because that was the era to me, man. I feel like it's lost now. So I really want to try to bring that shit back some type of way or, like, help bring it back because there's a lot of rappers that are really doing their thing. Not saying, like, these rappers that's out here not doing their thing, but I feel like, the 90s is so far in the past, like, it's getting forgotten about, and, like, it shouldn't be that way at all.
I mean, speaking of that era, I know like freestyling and stuff was pretty prominent. And when we had you guys on, like, it's very rare that we have people that are actually like just like super solid and freestyling the whole entire time. Like,
Right.
that shit was super dope.
I mean, I actually try, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
when it comes to my freestyles, because I don't ever want, like, people to be thinking, oh, nah, he some bullshit.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? I really want you to, like, think about what I'm telling to you, you know what I'm saying, on a musical tip, because I actually sit down and listen to, like, Tupac's album, and, even if it's Nas, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to sit there and, like, understand what these people are talking about and feel their pain, you know what I'm saying, because that's what it's all about. It's about touching the people and connecting with another soul through your craft.
Pac would definitely do that, man. I was just thinking about how crazy, like, the one Pac line, he said, if I wasn't high, I'd probably blow my brains out. I was like, yeah, literally the other day, that line was just in my head, and I was like, man, that's like really fucking intense.
It really is too, man.
Shit.
Did that movie come out already?
I can't wait. It has not come out yet.
I can't wait for that shit either.
Yeah,
man.
it looked good. I saw.
What happened? What the fuck? Like, they were showing trailers of it like 4 fucking months ago.
This shit gets always pushed, but that shit's gonna be tight. I saw the death scene. I got an
killed?
exclusive. It was
Fucking
tight.
complex.
But he dies at the end.
Yeah.
What?
I know.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
of course. I'm back here surprised and shit.
or does he go to Cuba? We don't really know, do we?
Hell
True.
no,
That'd
that's
be
crazy.
tight. Dope, man. So, you got anything you want to plug? Any positive words you want to say before?
Oh man, definitely stay out of trouble, man. Stay in school for my kids, bro. Do your thing. I want to plug Years of the Youth. That shit is coming very, very soon, man. Follow me on Twitter, N3_LL, SoundCloud, N3_LL. And my Instagram is New Era Nell, no spaces, man. Yeah, man. Y'all fucks with me,
Hell
bro.
yeah, man.
Coming up.
Thank you, man. Much appreciated.
Appreciate it, Nell.
Appreciate you,
We're
bro.
gonna get Adam back into the
Much
DJ
love.
thing.